Hi, this is Engineer Waqas Ahmed. In today's presentation, I'm going to talk about plant shutdown process. What is plant shutdown? I'm going to focus on what are the major phases of plant shutdown, what is the major equipment involved in plant shutdown of oil and gas industry, what are their detailed activities, what are the departments they are working as a team, and they are going to gather that data. So these things are going to play a vital role to understand the complete philosophy or concepts of plant shutdown industry. Well, my name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed and I'm the expert for plant shutdown planning and scheduling. Before getting into the details of today's video, I just make sure that stay there till the end of today's video, because I guarantee if you are there till the end of today's video, you are going to understand plant shutdown as per real industry scenario. And don't forget to subscribe this channel so that in future, if I'm going to upload any other video, you get that link, a video on time. Well, let's start with plant shutdown and understand what is the definition of plant shutdown. So let me take you on the dashboard of PPT where I'm going to describe all of these things in very detailed and systematic way. So basically, plant shutdown is a planned stoppage of plant operations to perform and maintenance, like you are running a refinery, petrochemical industry, flour mill, rice mill, there is heavy machineries working on. So as per manufacturer recommendations, we need time to time maintenance of those equipments which are operating inside as a sequence, which are going to work as a team, right? So we need to stop this plant to perform maintenance of those respective equipments. We need to inspect them. Like if there is a piping, so it is continuously under operation. So due to erosion, corrosion, there are many things gonna happen. So to avoid from any kind of serious hazard, we need to conduct time to time inspections, right? And then we need to replace them if they are not up to the mark, if they are not, fulfilling our requirements as per our, industry standards. We need to replace them or we need to repair them and then upgrade. If we need to upgrade them, yes, we are going to do that one. And objective is to make sure that plant is having work safe environment, reliable and efficient plant operation is going on. So that is our major target. So I hope you can understand what is plant shutdown and why we need to conduct such kind of things and why we need it actually. Let's talk about this one. Like we are going to have equipment inspections. I have already described that one. Avoid unplanned failures. Like your operation is going on, you are in the mid of production of anything, but suddenly your pump is not working properly. Your turbine blade is not working properly. Your piping is burst out. What will happen? What are the outcomes? So to avoid from these kind of things, you need to make sure about safety compliances and you need to improve efficiency. That is every company's target. To every year you have to enhance the efficiency. So that is why we need to stop that plant and we need to make maintenance. We need to conduct inspection. We need to check about the quality, about our processes, about our procedures, right? And then now let's talk about, after understanding this shutdown, let's talk about the process itself, shutdown process. So shutdown process, first of all, there are three stages of this complete shutdown process. A scope identification. Okay, let me identify this one. Work list finalization. How it is going to start? Like you are going to take a real industry based example. Scope identification will be started 12 months before that shutdown is gonna initiate in execution, right? So 1 year before we are going to start documenting what kind of equipment we need to maintain during that shutdown, right? 12 months before. Then 8 months before we are going to make another exercise to make work list finalization. We call them cutoff dates, right? So there is the first initial cutoff date where we are going to consider with the help of different kind of departments on the basis of their work orders, on the basis of their reporting. We are going to consider like maybe 10 equipments. After 8 months, maybe there are 7, right? After finalization, this is second cutoff date, 8 months before that shutdown. And then finally, we have planning and scheduling. This is gonna happen 3 months before. This is final cutoff date. Now in this, we have final 5 equipments. We are more filtering out what exactly serious, there are things we can maintain on time. There are things we can postpone for shutdown. So we are going to filter out our data. So planning and scheduling, this is called core planning, where we need, this is the data. This is the final data where we are going to add into the planning and scheduling of shutdown, right? So that is gonna happen there. And then after this one, there is resource mobilization. Once our schedule is developed, now we have to allocate our resources. This is level 4 planning. In planning and scheduling, that is our planning, that is level 3, in which we are going to develop our critical path method. Many people who are aware of project planning control, they must know about these terminologies. And if you want to start your job career as a planning engineer, as a scheduling engineer in plant shutdown industry, in longer run, you can become operation manager. So you must visit my video details, where you will find their respective tutorials for Primavera P6 planning, scheduling, for EPC industry, for shutdown industry, and start learning planning and scheduling, right? So resource mobilization is actually level 4 planning, where your plan is ready. Now you are going to identify your shutdown is based on 25 days. Now on the basis of these 25 days shutdown, how many welders you require, how many technicians you require, how many fitters you require, how many safety engineers you require, right? So that is resource identification and resource mobilization. You are going to get into your execution, actually, resource mobilization. But along with that resource mobilization, there is resource allocation, that is your level 4 planning. And then, of course, after resource mobilization, your execution is going to start up, and you are going to start testing and commissioning and all that. And once it's done, you will start your plant once again and hand over it to the client and whatever the authority is there. So that is shutdown process. Now, departments which are involved in this shutdown, very important thing for you people to understand. Either that is a refinery, that is your production plant, that is your petrochemical industry, cement industry, your flour mill, your any other industry where heavy equipment is working on. So you can realize the departments which are part of that industry are operation department. Maintenance department is also involved, right? Like they are going to take care about all the things which are going to happen, mechanical, electrical, instrumentation. Then planning and scheduling department is going to prepare that complete strategy document, which is called planning schedule for that shutdown specifically. And I can share with you, like in Primavera P6, that is how planning engineers are going to compile all this shutdown schedule, right? So that is how it look like. So every other person is going to follow this document, but from where you are going to get this information, that is also I'm going to explain step by step. So planning scheduling department is there. HSE department is going to take care about the right tools should be used inside that maintenance, right environment, safety, right, zero accidents, and procurement and supply chain. Like material should be available, gaskets, pumps, piping, elbows, spools, and then quality inspection people will be there who are going to make sure that certain equipment is as per the standard or not. And engineering, like design, if we need to add anything, of course we need to amend or modify that design. So as per that concern, we need designing department as well. So that is what contractors and vendors as well. So let me share with you one very important flowchart diagram which is going to help us out to understand exactly how to gather that data. So here we are, how to gather all this before getting or compiling this complete project planning and scheduling for that plant shutdown on Primavera P6. How we are going to gather that data over the period of these 3 cutoff dates, like 12 months before, 8 months before, and 3 months before, finally preparation of planning and scheduling on Primavera P6. So that is very important thing. See, process department is there, inspection department, reliability department, operation department, planning, maintenance, and supply chain are material department, warehouse. So all these departments are going to obtain approved WBS and provide turnaround or shutdown revision number to all departments, right? So they are going to create defect notification with these things, send all plan job list to planning sections, send all plan job list to planning section, and create defect notification. They are going to share all these templates with the concerning departments. Now, all these concerning departments are going to come at the single points where they are going to create a common plan for work orders over the period of that timeline for that shutdown and get approval for that one. So this is going to happen like 12 months before. This is first cutoff date. Now that is consolidate all notification work order list. They are going to make sure about that one. So it is going to happen like 8 months before, okay, before happening that shutdown. Then the next thing is arrange meeting with all disciplines for job challenging sessions and finalize all approved, agreed turnaround or shutdown notification work order list. Now all these departments are going to sit around the table in a meeting and they are going to discuss about the thing after challenging sessions, approved, agreed notification work order list. Because when all the multiple disciplines are working together, they are making meetings, so there are many conflicts, there are many disagreements we can address, right? So that is also part of this. So create work orders of all approved, defect notification received from operations right after this meeting. And after that, you are finally going to review scope provided with approved notification and planned job list. You will get that data and provide detailed scope. These departments are providing their detailed scope after that meeting and provide detailed scope. And after that, scope is adequate. If scope is not adequate, you are getting back to those departments again. And right after this one, check spare availability. Now scope is done, like just 3 months before. Scope is done. The third cutoff date is there. Now you have to check your material availability. So you are going to get two statuses. Spares or material is adequate or material is not adequate, right? So if the material is available, you will create direct change. Or if the material is not available, you are going to make work orders and then additional stock spare required. You will following this sequence, create purchase order, procurement for additional stock spare required, arrange all spare parts, and C, create service. You are going to create resources and so on. So this flow chart is very important, how the process will be conducted. And if you are the one who is really getting into project planning, scheduling, you want to become in longer run on plant shutdown side, in operation management, on the managerial side, you want to start it with scheduling and planning. That is really high rewarding job career, more than any other job career. You can start learning these things by giving links in my video details. There are many tutorials I have given there. You can start your learning right now, right after this video. And moreover, if you need all these templates, the way I'm showing up them on the screen, the Excel and other things which are very important to learn these things, if you need them in soft copy, you need to write in the comment section area, Primavera P6 or plant shutdown. My team is going to take care about you and will be providing you these documents as well. Now, shutdown phases, very important thing. The first thing before starting shutdown, that would be called as pre-shutdown, right? And in this pre-shutdown, there are certain things we have to perform. We are going to make scope collection the way I have shown you this data collection flow chart. We are going to make strategy for planning and scheduling. We are going to make material procurement arrangements, method statements, how we are going to conduct certain steps to replace pumps, their welding, their fabrication on-site area. Then there is shutdown, when real shutdown maintenance work is in action, right? So the first of all, isolation, log out, tag out, like all the equipment should be safely tagged with that LOTO status, like this is checked out. And we have properly isolated this equipment. This is so important for shutdown. So isolation will be there, that equipment, that boiler, that input output should be shut down. That should be completely isolated. And maintenance activities and then inspections right after those activities. And then this is actually complete shutdown. Then right after this one, post shutdown, when you are going to test and reinstatement, like you are going to restart your plant for the same functionality and commissioning. And commissioning is there, start up your plant for producing the same purpose and all that. So these are major phases. Now equipment, what kind of equipment we need to handle in our oil and gas industry? Usually there are heat exchangers, there are reactors, there are columns, there are pumps, there are pipelines, and there are boilers, there are electrical panels and instrumentational systems. So let me share with you few over here. See, this is piping, and you can see that this is pre-shutdown. All the activities you are going through, like making of spools, prefabrication, inspection, preheating, welding, and see, and in shutdown, you are going to get permit to work, blinding of the lines, marking of lines for cutting, removal of instrumentation, and so on. These are the activities we are going to gather through all that flow chart which I was explaining. So this data will be maintained in our Excel, and we are going to get that data into Primavera P6. Right after this one, there is one column which is very popular, equipment. In columns, you can see the dimension. Height of column is 25 meter, 3 meter, 12 number of trays, 6 number of manholes, and number of beds of pawl rings. See their respective activities. And if you need all of these things, you can even start learning project planning, scheduling their activities, and even you can join my upcoming live free masterclass. For that, you have to write in the comment section area live free masterclass. So these are the number of activities you are going to get from different kind of departments. You can define them, you can make their sequence and maintain them in Excel before getting them into Primavera P6. In Primavera P6, you can see you are going to make it pre-shutdown, shutdown, and post-shutdown. The detailing is there in activities, column activities are there, and finally you can see boiler activities, steam drum, mud drum, boiler tubes, burners. If you are actually dealing with such kind of maintenance, you are working in safety, you are working as a technician, you are working as a supervisor. By learning this Primavera P6 project planning and scheduling complete, understanding the way I have designed this complete plant shutdown course, you can become a planning engineer. And the way I have designed this course is not you are going to start this career from scratch level. This is going to give you authority to claim like 1 or 2 years based experienced planning engineer, right? If you want to learn all of these things, start your journey by clicking the links I have given in the video details and write in the comment section area as well. So these are different kind of things, activities in Primavera P6. And you can see over here, boiler is there, reactor equipment is there, piping. In another video, I will be explaining these things separately, but right now I'm giving you an overall overview, right? So that is how planning engineers, if you are going to join this industry, oil and gas industry, refinery, petrochemical industry, flour mill, rice mill, cement industry, anything where heavy equipment is working, they need planning engineers, they need scheduling engineers, so that these engineers are going to start working a way time ahead, like 1 year before that shutdown, just to take care about the efficiency. On the basis of this document, they are going to develop the efficiency. The shutdown will be done, will be followed properly, zero accident. They are going to make sure the teamwork will be there, right time, right tool, right resources, right material should be available, because these project planning scheduling documents are going to develop that kind of strategy which is going to help us to evaluate pre-time arrangements. So if you want to start this job career which is highly paid as compared to other departments in our maintenance industry, then don't forget to visit those links which are given in the video details, and don't forget to write in the comment section area. See you in my next video of plant shutdown and planning and scheduling.